Alright, we're back on the Philco Predicta Siesta. Today we're going to remove the main chassis from the base cabinet. So, you want to start with unplugging this wire harness here for the tuner. You want to unplug your clock, and you're going to want to take this screw out and this screw out. They're 1/4 inch bolts. This is your horizontal and vertical control. Just kind of take it out and lay it like so. Just out of the way. Right. Now, there's all these bolts at the bottom. They are a 5/16 size. For all you nut driver people out there that need to know your sizes. These are different from the rest of the chassis screws, like the ones in the head unit and all that. I'm going to remove this screw. Stick this back like so. You can see it in the camera. But remove all these bolts out of the bottom here. And that one's got a broken lock washer. Anyhow, these come out fairly quickly. They're very short. And when you're doing this, you want to kind of give it a hand so it doesn't fall. Just kind of let it sit down gently so you don't break nothing. So now your main chassis should slide out most of the way with this control board. So you want to grab it here and kind of pull gently. I think there's some things going to your clock because this is a Siesta model, so let's actually take a look here. Yes, there are some things going to the clock device in the front. So, in this model, you want to remove this plate. Let's zoom in on that for you. This plate right here. That screw and that screw, they are 1/4 inch screws. These are the same type of screw that went with this unit, so don't be worried about mixing them up. They're all the same. So yeah, that needs to be taken off. And you should be able to get your main chassis out of the cabinet most of the way, because you're also going to want to remove, I think it's the power switch from the front, and also unplug the speaker. Yeah, here we go. Alright. And there's another connection to your tuning clunker here. Let's get this off the tripod and I'll show you a close-up view. So, yeah, there's a connection here for the tuning clunker, and your speaker plugs in here, and then this is your power and volume harness here, but it does not plug in. I'll show you. Alright, now we're up close and personal off the tripod. So, yeah, it's really dirty. Anyhow, right, let's get back to what we're doing. Alright, so here's that lead that goes to your tuning cap. Inside, it is just a RCA style type connector that plugs in to your tuning clunker. See? So that separates from your main chassis. There's your other tuning clunker plug. So now all you gotta do is worry about this other side over here. All that extra stuff. Your speaker's back in there, and you gotta take out, you gotta remove this switch and volume knob because there's no connector for it. Good old Philco, right? Anyhow, don't bash the company, just make the video, right? Anyhow, So these unplug right from the transformer here, the audio transformer. So those can go away. God, this is so dirty. And there's some nuts back in there. I'm not sure what size those are, but those have to come out in order to remove the chassis from the cabinet. So I'll sort that out and let you know. Alright, the best way to remove that I found was some nimble fingers and a pair of needle nose pliers. These are those El-Cheepo nuts that Philco decided to use. Oh, well, here, we'll get the other one. See? Oh, come on, focus. It's got a little slit in the top. It's hollow on the bottom. I'm sure you all have seen those type of nuts before. But your chassis is completely separated from the cabinet now. So, this is what you got left to work with. A bunch of spider webs and dirt. It looks like some sawdust. Yeah, there's your power and volume. And I think it's pull on, push off, this type of set. There's a nice nest down in there of spider webs over here too. You can't even really see the board that well. There's so much crap on it and gunk. For all you wondering out there, this is a transformer type set. It is not transformer-less. Transformerless sets, they string the filament to the tube filaments like Christmas lights. One goes out, they all go out. So this way is better in my opinion. This way you got a constant voltage coming out of your transformer. Well, as constant as it's going to be for 1959. But yeah, it looks like I have all the tubes except that damper tube. I really hope I'm saying that right. I think it's the damper tube. Because your high voltage tube is in here, which I have removed. It's sitting over there in the parts pile. And here's your chassis screws. Here's one of the nuts from the volume. Two of these go to this. The other two go to the cheater cord, or the AC interlock plate. It looks like you got a capacitor here, electrolytic, big electrolytic back here, some IF cans. There's your IF stages. I think that is. I'm pretty sure that's a choke. There's your audio transformer down there, power transformer, high voltage cage. And I think that's about it to explain there. I'll take some more parts out of the main cabinet and let you take a look at those. I was wrong. That is the horizontal output tube with the cap on it that I'm missing. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Alright, we're going to remove the tuning capacitor. These are 1/4" bolts in this, unlike the 5/16 bolts for the main chassis. Boy, those are really cranked down. Alright. Got one more here. And there's your whole tuning clunker. Right there. Now I think you can pull this out with the main chassis in if you just need to work on this. But I could be mistaken. So yeah. If you want to clean this up, restore it, whatever you need to do. We'll be restoring this though, because it needs it. And then your clock is back in there. It's got 4 of them cheap nuts on it as well. So, some nimble fingers and a pair of pliers, or even, it kind of looks like a 1/4 inch socket might fit, but I could be mistaken. I'm not going to remove my clock right now because I don't feel like it and I don't need to. But let's look in the inside of the main cabinet. I might actually remove it. I need to do something about this cabinet. It's gross. Looks like this Philco was sitting outside, which is a shame. No, 3 screws for the tuning capacitor. And that's all there is to it. That's how you take it apart. The outside of my cabinet looks to be in really good shape. It's kind of grungy. I'll clean that up a bit. Here's where the antenna is supposed to go. If anybody knows where I can get an original antenna, please let me know. So I'd like to put one on there. Alright. There's all the parts. Main chassis. And the picture tube there. All the other bits and bobs over here. Thanks for watching.